2 seasons. Yesterday, they were determined to halt that run and reach their second Hampden final of the season, while United were clinging to their last hope of success in a largely disappointing campaign. Well, Aberdeen did it in style, and if Hans Hielhuis has scored a more sensational goal than the Dons' fourth, we've yet to see it. The commentator is Jock Brown, with Andy Gray providing summaries.
There's tremendous respect between the two sets of supporters with these clubs, although intense rivalry nevertheless. So the teams have been sorted out, and here's the Aberdeen lineup, and there's a major shock. At number 3, David Robertson makes a very surprising comeback after missing 16 matches. His last game was on the 26th of December on Boxing Day, when he played in the losing side against Hibs and sustained a serious foot injury. So no place in the starting lineup for Van der Ark, who's on the bench. And Theo Snelders also is back for Aberdeen. He's missed the last 8 matches with that second knee injury of the season, but he's playing now in his first cup tie of the new campaign, and very anxious to make an early impression and enhance his World Cup hopes for Holland. And the same applies to the man who's caught the imagination of the North East fans, Hans Hielhuis. Indeed, he's caught the imagination of the Scots fans. 10 goals in just 18 matches. So the Dundee United lineup, they have made 1 or 2 changes also from last week's team. There's no place for Cleland, Welsh or Hines. David Neary, John Clark and Mixu Patalainen are back in that starting lineup. And it certainly lends itself to a number of tactical formations. So Paddy Connolly, by major threat up front, he made his name with 2 goals. His first 2 were against Celtic at Tannadice as a 19-year-old for United.
And with all those youngsters on the side, United will be relying on David Neary at the back to give them some stability. 33 years old now with 35 Scotland caps. He's recovered from a virus to play this afternoon.
So all set now for the kick-off on excellent playing surfaces which have been provided here by the Heart of Midlothian ground staff. The playing surface has had some rain on it to enhance the prospect of taking a stud, and it will be ideal for the players. Overhead though, very blustery, Van der Hoorn going forward, and that early touch appreciated without doubt by Theo Snelders. And Ferry Van der Hoorn starting the match there in the left back position. Well, Jim McLean threatened to revert to a 4-man back 4. He's been operating a sweeper system in recent months, but he started this match with 4 across the back, John Clark at right back, Kivakapic and Neary at central defence, with Van der Hoorn at left back. And the referee gives that decision Aberdeen's way. John Clark winning free, playing at right back. Hielhuis has had his first visit to the ground.
I think this is a sample of things to come. I think you're actually going to find that John Clark is going to pick up Hielhuis very, very tightly.
So Connor now with the free kick. Headed away there by Neary. Played forward there by Bett. There's Bowman. McInally. McKinley under intense pressure from Connor, resisting it well. But he's been given the free kick. William McKinley operating the central midfield role for Dundee United. There's John Clark's free kick. Patalainen is the target. He's well beaten by McLeish. McLeish, the Scotland centre-half, is enjoying a superb spell of form. Headed down by Robertson, away by Connor. Here's Clark. McLeish wins that in commanding fashion for Aberdeen. Grant forward to Nicholas. Now Hielhuis. That was intended for Mason. Turned on by McInally for Van der Hoorn. He loves to go forward like this. He's a powerful shot. He also has Bowman on the right. He tried to set up Van der Hoorn for the strike and goal. But Freddie Van der Hoorn showing his willingness to join the United attack. Well, no free kick given there as Jackson plays it through the gap on the right for Patalainen. And Irvin did just enough to halt the progress of Patalainen. Good play from defence by Aberdeen. Robertson to Hielhuis.
Nicholas got a touch ahead of Krivokapic. Mary's under pressure from Mason. Determined play here by Mason. Well, Mary will not be at all happy about that. He's had to concede a corner kick.
Yes, I think one of the most experienced players, if not the most experienced player, just getting caught. He went a little bit too casual there, David Neary, and Paul Mason was onto him in a flash.
So a corner kick earned out of virtually nothing there by Paul Mason from David Neary. And it'll be taken by Jim Bett. Just asking a police officer to move a yard or two. Led away carefully by Bowman. This is Grant. Now Bett. Supported again by Grant. David Robertson calls for the ball at the back. That's towards McLeish. McInally steps in. There's Hillhouse. Nicholas has found space. This is dangerous now. Aberdeen in possession. And forced home by Irvin. Aberdeen are ahead. Brian Irvin gives Aberdeen the lead with his second goal of the season, created by Charlie Nicholas on the right.
It's a great ball across, and I feel sorry for Alan Main. He does ever so well here. This is a magnificent save from point blank range, gets across and blocks it. But Brian Irvin is sharp. It might be off his knee, but he won't care about that. And he's very sharp. This is a great little header back in here, and Charlie's very alert. This is where he's at his best. It's a beautifully driven cross. Brian Irvin gets a touch. It's a great save, but he's quick enough to get up and hit his right knee and into the back of the net. Just the start Aberdeen wanted.
Breaks off Mason. This is Bett. Now David Robertson. Playing it low for Nicholas. He likes them to feet in that position, but good covering, and it was Hillhouse. Well, Dundee United living dangerously once again. The sharpness and the pace of Hillhouse almost paying off.
Not only Dundee United, but David Neary, having just been caught, just risking, in fact, to get caught for the goal, giving away the corner. He risks another risky pass back, and Hans Hillhouse is almost on top of it.
Up goes Grant. Here's Connolly. Freddie van der Hoorn had gone forward on the left, had to double back. Here's Krivokapic. Now McInally and McKinley. Billy McKinley has been set up as the principal Dundee United playmaker right in the middle of the field. A daunting task for a very young player. He's just 20 years old. But he's got help from this man, Jim McInally. In fact, a lot of experience in his career. Here's David Neary striding forwards. Well, Neary hasn't found the net for United this season, but will always be remembered, of course, for that goal against Brazil for Scotland in the 1982 World Cup. Robertson to Connor. Bringing up the line for Hillhouse. Tackle came from Bowman. So inside the closing 10 minutes of the first half. 1-0 to Aberdeen as Robertson tries to play it inside. There's Bett now, Nicholas. Grant back to McKimmie. Left it forward for Grant. He's trying to get away from Krivokapic. And the Yugoslav international had to concede the corner kick. Good move that from Aberdeen. A lot of passes put together, forcing Krivokapic into that clearance.
Yes, once again, almost through. They get so near but so far. Good little play in midfield again, but just at the final pass breaks down.
That comes all the way across to Jim Bett. Across the far post, up goes Irvin. It's an own goal by Patalainen. Miksu Patalainen scores through his own net, and Aberdeen go 2 in front. Some faint appeals by Patalainen, who was being pushed by Irvin, but the referee was very close to the play and clearly disagreed. No chance for Alan Main. Aberdeen leading by 2-0, and a chance again. Here's Mason, robbed by Krivokapic. Van der Hoorn forward. Blocked by McKimmie. This is Bet. Bet using his strength there to win the ball back from Darren Jackson. So Theo Stelter has not really been called upon yet to do anything special between the sticks for Aberdeen, notwithstanding the amount of play which United have had in the outfield. There's Hillhouse, here's Nicholas. Delightful touch play again, a back heeler from Mason. Here's Connor. Now Jim Bet. Well, and Curry's there to let fly from long range. Looking up there, allowing Connor to make the challenge. Across it goes to McInally. This is Patalainen. And a fine sliding tackle there by David Robertson. It looks as though he's never been out of the side. Here's Bowman. Half-time whistle fast approaching now, with Aberdeen in a very strong position thanks to these two first-half goals. And Bowman has earned the corner kick off David Robertson. Now United would love to make this count. It's a blow at this stage which could really transform the run of the game. Here's Dave Bowman. Nearly appear to be deceived by Jackson ahead of him. This is Van der Horn. Back with David Neary. This is McKinley. Bowman can't do anything with that because the half-time whistle is gone. A superb first half from the Aberdeen point of view. They are 2 goals in front. The first was provided in 11 minutes by Brian Irvin right inside the 6-yard box after superb work by Charlie Nicholas. And then Mixu Patalainen there, number 11, provided Aberdeen with their second when he headed home. A Jim Bed cross past his own keeper. So Aberdeen with that 2-goal cushion get the second half underway. There are no obvious early changes in the Dundee United tactical formation, although we may see some alteration before long. They have Brian Welsh and Hamish French on the bench. And there's Nicholas with the header down. There's a chance for Aberdeen, and Paul Mason appeared to be caught in 2 minds there about whether to have a try for goal first time or take it past the defender. That really was a good opportunity created by Nicholas's header. A chance to come inside Clark. Link with Nicholas, and that was Van der Horn who had to be careful there. Paul Mason once again creating the problems inside the United box. Van der Horn relieved to get that to safety. All sparked off though by a superb piece of play in the middle of the field by Jim Bett, who'll take this corner kick. Irvin is up with the attack again. There's the scent of goal clearly. That was a misunderstanding, driven in by Mason. Scrambled away by Van der Horn. Well, the United defence was static for this one. So Robert Connor going across to take another in-swinger. Alan Main on his line, organising his defence. It's played short this time to Grant. Too high for Hillhouse. The deflection, right, it was Jim Bett who almost made it 3. That's a corner kick. Well, what a fine effort it was from Bett. That would surely have clinched a place in the final. This is Grant, now McKinley. Grant doing a good job in the middle of the field, number 4 there for Aberdeen. Patalainen helping it on, looking for Connolly. Quite content to accept the corner kick there. Came off McKimmie. So the big men all going forward. Neary, Clark, Krivokovic. Freddie Van der Horn hovering at the edge of the box, thinking about a shooting chance. McKinley sends over the corner. McLeish won it. There's Van der Horn. Now Grant. Long ball forward. Bett led the chase, but there was Alan Main. Well, I've no doubt he enjoyed that. The offside flag is up on the far side, but the referee has allowed the play to continue with the throw, I think. No, he's given the free kick. Alan Main coming out of his area there. He had to, because Jim Bett led the charge out of defence. And Main clearly enjoyed that little sortie into the middle of the field. There's Jim Bett. Back across to Robertson. Through the gap it goes. There's Van der Horn! 3-0 to Aberdeen, and once again, it's an own goal. Alan Main left helpless. Freddie Van der Horn, the culprit this time, with Paul Mason applying all the pressure.
Oh, one must feel dreadfully sorry for Dundee United. 2 own goals in the semi-final. This is another, it's just a cleared ball, and Freddie Van der Horn, who's actually cleared many of the Aberdeen attacks, under pressure from Paul Mason, just gets a foot on it. Oh dear. I mean, if ever your name's on a semi-final to win it, this must be it. He just gets in there, just gets a foot to it, and it's inch perfect.
So just on the hour mark, Freddie Van der Horn's own goal makes it 3-0 to Aberdeen, and it now would be something of a miracle if United could retrieve this state of affairs. You can be sure they'll battle on though, and they would still take tremendous heart from even 1 goal, I think. They'll be living dangerously, I'm sure, and exposing their defence a little bit, so Aberdeen may profit from this. Here's Hillhouse and Bett breaking on the left. Well, had he taken that on the run, there would have been real problems for United. The outswinger looking for Hillhouse. There goes the header, not enough power. Nearly playing across the back 4. John Clark now in that central defensive role. Krivokapic at right back. There's McKinley. Bowman. Back from Krivokapic to McKinley. Bowman sets off in chase. McLeish gets there first, and he's not at all happy with that clearance, McLeish. He played the ball to safety, hoped to make it a throw, but he has conceded the corner kick. So Dundee United have this free kick, which Dave Bowman will take out, the outswinger. It will be right to the far side. Snell is under pressure, taking it very calmly indeed. McKimmy offers himself for the throw out on the right. Careless one from McKimmy, allowing McInally to step in. This is Patalainen, it's promising for United. Well, Mixu Patalainen looks very upset indeed. It has not been his afternoon, that's for sure. Grant breaks. Tackled well by McKinley, good recovery. This is Van der Horn. Grant wins it back, resists the tackle. Nicholas remaining onside, he will attack David Neary now. Mason sprints past him on the outside, good play by Mason. Wow, what an acrobatic clearance that was from Freddie Van der Horn. That could so easily have been his second own goal.
He showed some great improvisation there, didn't he, Freddie Van der Horn? Does ever so well Paul Mason, but watch it, it's going straight back towards his own goal. There's no doubt that would have been a certain goal, with Robert Connor there just waiting to tap it in. Superb defending.
Well, Van der Horn in fact got a free kick for that. It was pushed by Connor according to the referee, and it wouldn't have counted had it gone in. Paul Sturrock still offering instructions from the bench for United with 5 minutes remaining. There's Snell does. Nodded down by Mason. There's McKimmy. Chase is on for Hillhouse. Checking inside. Krivokapic, great play by Hillhouse. A magnificent goal by the Dutchman. That sets the seal on the Aberdeen performance.
Well, this is a goal fitting of Aberdeen's domination. It's a superb long ball. Oh, look at that. Hillhouse just pulls it inside, puts it onto his left foot, and that's a superb strike.
So Hans Hillhouse gets his 11th goal of the season, and that's a very impressive record in 19 matches. There's Darren Jackson, trying to make some headway. Bett steps in, and Jackson responds strongly there. referee will be content, I'm sure, to have a long-range word with Jackson. No, he wants a close-range word with the United number 9, calling him over. And he's also calling Jim Bed across. Well, I don't recall a yellow card in this match, and that's unusual for a semi-final. That word of warning suffices for both players. So 90 minutes have come and gone. There has been a little bit of time lost in the second half for injury stoppages. And United still in trouble. Dave Bowman and Mixu Patalainen having something of a misunderstanding on the far side. So there's David Robertson with the throw. Krivokapic with the header away, and there goes the final whistle, and that is the remarkable scoreline. Aberdeen 4, Dundee United 0. A match which ran Aberdeen's way throughout, and the icing on the cake, performance-wise, provided by Hans Hillhouse. But Brian Irvine started it all in the 11th minute with a fine goal from a Nicholas Cross. He was then in ball when Patalainen scored the own goal in 37 minutes. Then the disaster which befell United in 59 minutes put the match beyond them. Freddie van der Hoorn's own goal, and then it was Hans Hillhouse who popped up just before the end with a classic finish to make the scoreline such a healthy one for Aberdeen. No joy at all for Dundee United throughout the afternoon. They were unlucky. They were also in the end, though, completely outplayed. 4-0 to Aberdeen.
Well, at the start of the day, I mean, if I knew it was going to end like this, it would just be a dream come true. It's just fantastic. We're now in the final, and hopefully we can just go that one further step and go and win the cup now.
Were you surprised how easy the victory came?
Well, at half-time, although we were 2-0 up, it still wasn't over by any matter of means, and the two late goals, or the goal earlier on and then the last one, just made it easy looking in the end, but it wasn't an easy match to play in, no.
So Aberdeen heading for Hampden on May the 12th. Coming up after the break, the other semi-final, holders Celtic against Clydebank.